Hey guys, it's Alex from Board Game Co. and this video is about 2 months overdue. This video is going to be my top 10 played games in 2019 by the number of hours I spent playing them, not by the number of games I actually played. So a game I played once but took 4 hours will count as 4 hours for this. In any case, then stick around to the end and I'll let you know which one of these is my favorite, although if you watch some of my other videos, you may already know. Now starting from the bottom, at 13 hours played, we have Stuffed Fables, and this is going to be a bit of a spoiler, I guess, but this is not my favorite. I really actually don't like playing Stuffed Fables. It's not a bad game by any means, but I primarily play this because my kids enjoy it and my kids are dragging me through the whole adventure mode. And because I'm playing with a bunch of kids and ranging in ages from 5 till 8, it can really drag a lot longer than this game should. So it's a pretty good game. In theory, just I'm spending a lot more time playing this than I would like to, given the amount of time. And that's coming in at 13 hours played. Coming in number 14, I don't have the box for this. A few of these I don't have the box for it, which this is Queensdale. Queensdale is a legacy game. There's going to be 2 more on this list. Legacy games, just in general, get played a lot. You tend to see a lot more return on your dollar in legacy games because the very nature of it being a legacy game really drives you to play it more and to get those plays in. So I have 14 hours played of Queensdale. It's a great game. It's a great little system. You start off with a little Catan style, not really Catan, but you're generating resources, you're building your kingdom. Each game you can continuously add and develop your kingdom. It's really got a very nice engine going on. Like many legacy games, it kind of staggers out towards the end, but other than that, really enjoyed my whole, 12, 14 plays, whatever it is, but coming in at 14 hours. From there, coming in at 15 hours played in 2019, we have Food Chain Magnate. Food Chain Magnate is an incredible experience. It is nail-biting. It is tough. It is tight. You walk in, and from the very first few minutes you touching the game, it's already playing out in vastly different ways. There's these milestones that give every player a super competitive advantage, and one player will grab a milestone and that gives them a competitive advantage that no one else will get the whole game, and then 2 rounds later someone else gets another competitive advantage, and these keep chaining into this until each player has this unique engine that really drives home how they can best win the game. It's tense, it's nail-biting, it's brain-burning, it's truly an experience worth playing. It does the longer story, but you don't want to play it with people who've very experienced at it unless they're teaching you properly to play, because it's a game where 1 or 2 plays under your belt means you'll destroy a newcomer. So you got to play it with someone who's willing to teach you properly and develop your gameplay of it, as opposed to walking in cutthroat to kill you. That is number 7. Coming in at number 6 with 15 hours played is Innis. Innis is a game that I get to the table a little more often than some of my other games because it can often hit an hour and a half, 2 hours. You can play a good game of it. It's got card drafting. It's got 3 victory conditions that you have to either be a chieftain of multiple. You have to be, well, to dumb it down, I guess, you have to either be in multiple areas, be in multiple sanctuaries, that special type of building, or be chieftain over multiple clans, which is this basically saying you're a ruler over clans. But these 3 victory conditions combined with 16 cards, 17 cards that you draft every round that develop those actions for the round means every single game is simultaneously tense. It's well balanced, well managed. Every game is just streamlined and incredibly well done. It is my favorite from the Innis, Kemet, and Cyclades trilogy. Coming in at number 14, or 15 or 16, number 16, 15, I don't know. Number 16 with 16 hours played. Hey, look at that. Sorry, number 7 with 16 hours played is Coimbra. So Coimbra is also an incredible game. You'll see a trend. A lot of these games have showed up in my top 20 of all time. But Coimbra is another game that is incredibly well balanced. You sit there, you draft these dice, you pick the dice. The way you pick dice determine not just the cost of your actions, but what benefits you'll receive. And then you have to sit there and try to figure out which card you're going to buy. If you pick a higher dice, you pay more, but you get earlier pick. You pick a lower dice, you get it cheaper, but other people are picking first. There's this incredible balancing of resources, of actions, of which actions cascade into other actions, and which actions will build the best engine. It is, again, it's tense, it's nail-biting. I mean, you're seeing a trend here. These are games that make you think. They are fascinatingly well done, and that is why this is my 6th most played game of 7th most played game of 2019. I really can't count these. Coming in at my 6th most played game of 2019 is World of Smog, Rise of Moloch, World of Smog, or World of Smog, Rise of Moloch. This is one you probably haven't seen on as many of my lists. It's a very interesting one. This is one where it's a campaign game. It's actually, I would actually compare this very similarly to Star Wars, Imperial Assault, or Descent. It's very much in that genre. It's a one versus many Overlord game, but it's very, very well balanced. I tend to play it with my wife. Just she and I play it back and forth. One player is playing this evil demon Moloch who's trying to rise up, and the other player is playing these very steampunky heroes that each have their own abilities, and you have to be covering a squad. So you could be 4 players playing it, you could be 2 players, or it could be 1 player covering this whole squad. And then it's tactical. You move around the board, you have to figure out your actions, and then each character has their own abilities, and you have objectives, and each scenario has its own unique objectives. It's incredibly deeply thematic. I mean, this is a game where I had no interest in the theme going in, but after multiple plays, and I played this a lot in 2018 and a lot in 2019, it really pulls you into the game, into the universe that it's creating, even though I had zero interest in this theme. It's very dark and very twisted, but in a very well done way. It's, again, most similar to, like I said, probably Imperial Assault and Descent, and yeah, it's just a solidly great game. Then from there we have number 14 is Cthulhu. Number 4, I keep saying this. My fourth highest played game in 2019 with 19 hours under my belt is Cthulhu Death May Die. Cthulhu Death May Die is a fairly notable achievement considering that I only got this in maybe October or November of 2019. So this ratcheted up a lot of plays super quickly. It is a game that I have posted a lot about both on my blog, my other videos, my Instagram. It's a game that has hit the table a lot. Just a lot. It's ultimately it's just a well done scenario based game. You pick your investigators. It's fun. It's dice chucking. I mean, this game and Moloch and some of the next ones coming up are very different than the Coimbra and the FCM, the Food Chain Magnates and the Innises. These are more fun. They're more dice chucking. There is strategy there, but there's player abilities, and it's a fascinating blast to play these games. But it's not brain burning and tense and struggling. It's totally different experiences, but I love both of them. They're just very different experiences, but both have a great spot in my collection. Coming in at my next 2 I have no boxes for because they are the other 2 Legacy games. With 21 hours played, we have Pandemic Legacy Season 1. Pandemic Legacy Season 1, this is actually my second time playing through that campaign. I played it a year or maybe 2 years ago with my friends. We really enjoyed it, but then I played Pandemic Legacy Season 2 with my wife. We really enjoyed that, so I came back to Season 1 just to play with her all over again, and that was 21 hours played in 2019. Then number 2, the second most played game in 2019 is Pandemic Legacy Season 2, which I played before Season 1 in 2019, because like I just said, played Season 2 with my wife, then played Season 1 with my wife. Took a little longer in Season 2, but really enjoyed both experiences. I honestly don't know which one I preferred. She preferred Season 2. I think I preferred Season 1, but it's close and I'm not really sure. Ultimately, they're both great experiences. They're great with a group of 2, 3, 4 players. They're equally great with, just playing couples or friends or 2 people. It's my one recommendation with both these games and all Legacy games really is try to get them to the table as fast as possible. Do not let these games sit and drag on over 10 months, a year or anything like that. It really can take you out of the experience if you're just letting it drag on. You want to get to the table, you want to ratchet through it, you want to keep going, keep it fresh in your mind, but they are thoroughly enjoyable experiences. And finally, my highest played game of 2019, coming in at 30 hours played, is Zombicide Black Plague. Zombicide Black Plague is an incredible experience. I love the Zombicide series. I love Zombicide Black Plague the most from the series. I haven't really played the original Zombicide so much, but I played Green Horde, I like Black Plague better. I've played Invader, I like Black Plague better. I've backed Season 2, and I'm worried I might like Black Plague better. I don't really know what to tell you. But I love Black Plague, and I don't know whether I'll end up keeping Green Horde or Invader. I want to give it more time to see how they play out, but ultimately, I guess the real takeaway here is 30 hours of Zombicide Black Plague played in 2019. That is a lot of time spent on a single game. It's a thoroughly enjoyable experience. Plays great with 2, plays great with 3, does not play great with 4, 5, or 6 at all, and not so great with 1 either. But 2 and 3, those are the sweet spots. Give this a bad boy a shot. It is character building. It is dice rolling. You toss those dice. You explore the area, you search for equipment, you slaughter zombies, you slaughter more zombies, you run away from zombie wolves, you run away from zombie archers. This game is an absolute blast to play. Honestly, just saying it makes me kind of want to pull it out again, and it's been a while because, and this is where we get to my favorite pick of the day, and it's kind of halfway a tie, but my favorite game from all these games at the moment is Cthulhu Death May Die. And this is tough for me to say because I know if you look at my top 10 list or my top 20 list, I know FCM and Innis rank higher, I believe, but Cthulhu Death May Die is absolutely having a blast playing this game, and this game kind of overtook Zombicide Black Plague, but honestly, I'm not sure. I kind of want to play Zombicide Black Plague right now. I really think this might be time to re-examine my rankings and see what actually wins. Really, I just got to get both of these to the table. Honestly, I got to get more of Food Chain Magnate and more of Innis and more. There are just so many games, guys. There are too many good games to play. These are good problems to have. These are excellent problems to have. But there you have it. Those are my top games played in 2019. These are all, with the exception of Stuffed Fables, these are all incredible games that honestly, this video is psyching me up. I'm just enjoying I'm just enjoying talking about these games. I really want to play Zombicide Black Plague. I think that's really my takeaway here. Food Chain Magnate, well, going back to Cthulhu. Cthulhu Death May Die has recently overtaken Zombicide Black Plague, and this is currently my most played game of all time as of right now. In 2019, Black Plague was higher, but of all time, Cthulhu Death May Die has taken over, but it also means I have not played Black Plague in a good few months, and I want to get this to the table really, really right now. I think I might actually turn this video off and perhaps set up a game of Black Plague, because I really, really want to play this game. That's it, basically. Those are my top 10 games played in 2019, 2 months old, but still worth watching. That's basically it. This video is brought to you by Board Game Co. You know the drill. Click subscribe down below. Click subscribe down below. It helps. Engage, chat, like this video, comment, do all that good stuff. And until next time, this is Alex from Board Game Co. and keep on playing.